Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain the 2023 Indian movie called Gold. The story begins by showing the movie's protagonist Joshi. He's been woken up by his mom to inform him about a mini truck that has been parked between the entrance of their home. Joshi goes near the mini truck and finds out that it contains many Bluetooth speakers. He looked for the mini truck's owner, but unfortunately, he cannot find anyone there. He wants the mini truck to be moved as soon as possible because on that day his new car will be arriving. So, he went to the police station to inform them about this incident. Coincidentally, the police station entrance was also blocked by a truck containing wood, and the policeman inside the station told him to jump the wall. Then he informed the issue to the policeman, and to solve this problem, two policemen went along with Joshi to his home. They arrived at Joshi's home and started checking the mini truck, as well as the key to the truck was not found anywhere. Suddenly one of the policemen got a call from his superior officer regarding that pending case. So, to finish those work, the policeman went back to the station and informed Joshi that they will find out about the mini truck's owner. After the two policemen went, Joshi's new car arrived, but due to the mini truck, he was unable to park the car on this property, hence he parked it near the road. To get rid of the mini truck, Joshi called his friend who works as an automobile mechanic to move the mini truck. Later his friend came to Joshi's house to start the mini truck, but it failed. So, he planned to build a duplicate key with the help of the ignition lock in the mini truck. During this conversation, a stranger arrived at Joshi's house on his bike, but later he went back after the stranger found out that he was going in the wrong direction. After the stranger went, Joshi's friend also left along with the ignition lock. Later that same night, Joshi was outside his house smoking and looking at his new car. After Joshi went inside his house, the stranger who came early that day have come along with his two comrades to steal the mini truck. When they reached the house, they called their boss regarding where the mini truck was to be driven. Then they tried to drive the mini truck, but since there was no ignition lock, they planned to move the mini truck by pushing, but at the same time Joshi, who was watching television in his house, went to urinate outside in his garden. During this watering process, he saw the stranger along with his comrades trying to steal the mini truck. He straightly marched towards them and gave them a few blows, making them run away. The next day the strangers were admitted to the hospital and were visited by their boss, and the incident was shared with him. During this time, Joshi was listening to a song on his Bluetooth speaker, then suddenly it stopped working. So, to continue the song, he planned to take a Bluetooth speaker from the mini truck, which will be considered as compensation for parking the mini truck on his property. After unboxing the speaker, he discovered that it was the original speaker's gimmick. Because of being fooled, he threw it on the floor, but it made a metallic sound. Due to curiosity, he took it back and examined it carefully to find out that it was smuggled gold. He started to daydream of becoming rich, but suddenly he heard a calling bell. It was his mechanic friend along with his assistant who have come to repair the mini truck. Since Joshi doesn't want his friend to know about the gold in the mini truck, he stood along with them. At the time, one of the policemen who came to Joshi's called him and informed Joshi that the registration on the mini truck is fake, hence he will be coming to check the mini truck in few minutes. Joshi thought of placing back the gold found in the speaker's box back in the mini truck, so he went inside his home to pack the gold. After packing, Joshi took the box and started walking from his room. When he saw his friend standing in front of the entrance, he placed the box on the table and went to his friend. The friend informed him that a new key was being made and passed it to Joshi, then he made the payment. After that, his friend and the assistant left the house. Then he immediately ran towards the truck and placed the box back. At the time the same two policemen came but didn't see Joshi placing the box back. They started to check the mini truck but didn't feel suspicious about the Bluetooth speakers. When Joshi informed the policemen about the key, they were unable to take the mini truck because the police station entrance was also blocked. Then the policemen left the place by informing them that they will soon take the mini truck. After they went, Joshi got a call from his employee who is working at Joshi's smartphone retail shop. the employee called him to ask about the ceremony where he met his yet-to-decided future fiancée for the first time, and Joshi informed him that so far so good, and the employee hung up the call when a customer arrived. A flashback is shown, where the same mini-truck is parked inside the entrance of a bungalow and the driver goes to meet a man named Unikrishnan, who owns the golds in the mini-truck. He orders the driver to deliver the gold to a destination. When the driver went, Unikrishnan got a call from his wife to inform him that his daughter is not interested in the marriage proposal. But he wanted this marriage to happen because he has spent a lot of money on this, and hung up the call. Unikrishnan's daughter got support from her mom to stop this marriage. It is shown that Unikrishnan is speaking with the fiancé's father regarding the gold which will be delivered to the fiancé's father, as well as about a mall that will be given to the fiancé as a dowry. Another flashback is shown, where Joshi meets his yet-to-decided fiancée. At that time Joshi gets a call from his employee, informing him that Unikrishnan, the owner of the mall, wants them to vacate their smartphone shop from the mall. At present, Joshi counted the number of Bluetooth speaker boxes in the mini-truck and took the unboxed one to weigh it. Then he finds out that each gold bar weighs around 2 pounds. In the meantime, Joshi's marriage was cancelled because they got information that the mall will be destroyed soon. That night, the stranger's friend tried to steal the truck but faced the same fate as his friend. The next day, Joshi planned to sell all the gold in the mini-truck. To sell this gold, he first wanted to melt it using a gold furnace. So, he googled the furnace, and after some search, he got a used furnace from one of his friends for a low cost. With the instruction of this friend, he was able to get a pure gold bar. Then he took the gold bar and sold it illegally with the help of his friend. While coming back with the money, the police stopped him, but he was not caught. During that night, Joshi called an electronic shop to buy a bulk load of Bluetooth speakers of the same brand that was found in the mini-truck, so that he can replace it with gold. But they are only able to deliver a few speakers the next morning and inform them that the rest will be delivered as soon as possible. The next day, the driver who was hiding from Unikrishnan planned to confess what happened that night of delivery. It is shown that Unikrishnan and fiancé's father is discussing the missing gold. The driver called Unikrishnan and told that he was chased by goons, so to escape from them, he parked the mini-truck at a house entrance. During that time, Joshi received some Bluetooth speakers. Without wasting time, Joshi started to replace each box. The fiancé planned to beat Joshi and his employee with some goons so that the fiancé and his father can destroy the mall without any issues. The fiancé paid the money to beat their target, but these goons paid another goon for lesser money to execute the plan. To show where the gold is situated, the driver along with Unikrishnan and his daughter planned to go to Joshi's, but unknown to them that the two policemen came back to Joshi's house to inform him that the truck which is blocking the police station will be moved and the mini-truck will be taken to station the evening of the next day. When the gang of 3 arrived at Joshi's home, they were frightened to see the police as they thought their gold was caught by the police. So, they moved their car from that location so that the police can't see them. While going back to the station, they took one box from the mini-trucker. Luckily it was the replaced one. During that time Unikrishnan got a call from his wife informing him that their daughter was missing. He told his wife that their daughter was with him and hung up the call. Then he got a call from the fiancé's father regarding the delay in delivering the gold, which results in the exchange of filthy words and the cancellation of the marriage. Later, he left the place since he thought that his gold is caught. At the same time, the policeman left the house. Joshi got a call from the electronic shop owner to inform him that the speakers will be only delivered the next day. On the next day, the remaining speakers were delivered. At the same time, the work for moving the truck to the police station was going on. He started to replace the gold because the police may arrive anytime soon. When Joshi went inside the house to pick up the speakers, the stranger and his team came to steal the gold. While taking the boxes, Joshi saw them and started to chase them. Due to that, they were only able to pick a single box. After the truck was moved from the station, the two policemen went to Joshi's house to bring the mini-truck. By the time they reached, Joshi was able to replace all the gold except 2 boxes. One police took the truck and the other one was dropped at the station by Joshi in his car. In the meantime, the goons sent by the fiancé came to Joshi's smartphone store to warn him, but the plan collapsed when there was a ranking army man. Instead of warning, he bought a phone using the payment he got and gave the phone to the intermediary, then money, at last, reached back to the fiancé itself. Joshi informed the police that when the mini-truck goes for auction please inform him as he wanted the remaining 2 gold bars. When other police tried to take the speaker, one of the 2 policemen warned him, hence he didn't take it. It is shown that the strangers and his boss took the box that contained a real speaker. Later, Unikrishnan and his daughter came to Joshi's store to inform the employee that they do not need to vacate the shop and his daughter buys a phone by calling Joshi. After a few months, one of the ministers informs that someone named Gold has donated a large amount to the government for good causes. It is then shown that Joshi is the anonymous person called Gold. He did all that work for the betterment of society.